Hello. Whoa. And welcome. Well, didn't it start like something weird like that? Hello. And
And
welcome
welcome,
to the Ozark Runner podcast. I am Presley Cash, and this is,
Mama Cash,
and we are Ozark
Ozark Runner.
Runners. Oh, I remember how we did that now. I feel like this is too chill. Like this is how you are right now.
I don't know
Hey,
why. Maybe I
we're
should be in that chair.
now I'm a baby. Wait, what do you mean? You said I'm in the man chair and you're in the little lady chair.
Yeah, I should be in the man's
What?
chair so it'd make
You
me
think this is the
taller.
man chair?
I think so because it's a taller chair, isn't it?
Do you think they were
Than
couples
this one?
chairs?
Huh?
Do you think they were couples chairs?
I think one was for the man and one was for the woman.
Wow, that's really old timing way of thinking.
Oh, I think they're old.
Look, this is you. This is like literally. Hey guys, we're at the Ozark Runner. uh,
Do you think it's the microphone is
You know
working?
what? Fuck it. I like it.
Get your feet off of that table.
I like it. You know what? I like being in a man chair. This is for real. This is you. I just see you eating over there, and you're like, hey,
Oh gosh.
hey, I'm so, I'm ready. Hey,
Oh.
what's up?
So does
Hey,
everybody wait?
hey.
Be quiet. Does everybody remember the first? How many
Yeah,
chapters have we read? We had
we are reading. This is literally you. Can I have a soda with 2 scoops of ice?
no.
Please.
The
I'm
thing.
in a little lady chair.
The thing is,
Ah, why do we have a fucking elf hat here? That's what I want to fucking know. Get that shit out of my fucking
I don't
face.
even know what we're
Why
doing.
the fuck do we have an elf hat here? We're live streaming over on TikTok. Ooh, Laura said, "You go, mama. She is the man." Well, that's what Chelsea Handler said. No.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
gosh. You look so tiny.
Hmm.
I feel like this is just so like this is just a chill chair and I don't know how to feel about it.
A chill chair.
A chill chair. Can anybody see
What
me?
other kind of chair would you want to be in?
Firm, wooden,
The wooden
intense.
chair?
No, I don't want to be in. No, 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 no. Hi Rylan. Hi Attitude. Hi Lauren. Hi everybody. We are live streaming on TikTok. Laura said we can see you. Okay, good. We're live streaming over on TikTok, and we are filming on my phone over here. And Mama Cash doesn't know. Mama Cash doesn't know what the fuck's going on. But do you? Do you know what's going
I'm
on?
just along for the ride.
And we're in a new set. We're in a new house. All the paintings that you see, I almost said painted on the walls. They're not. Excuse me. I just burped right into this camera, or I mean into this microphone. But all the paintings that you see on the wall, I did, made by me. They're all for sale. So if you see anything you like, DM me on TikTok or Instagram, and we'll get it to you just in time for spooky season. Because I think I kind of paint spooky things. Um, but there's a lot of fun stuff. And then if you don't necessarily want a canvas, I can do a 16 by 20 sign print of anything you see here, or we could put anything on a fucking shirt for you. How about that? How about that? Lauren said she's getting a shirt tonight. So it's going to be a long drive to her place to drop off the shirt. Hi, Giovanni. why am I clearing my throat now? Hi, Meadow. Hey, Han like Hannah is here. Very quick good morning before work. Hello. Hey, all the way across the pond in England.
Hello.
In England. So, we haven't done the podcast since like June, I believe. It felt like someone was crawling up my leg for a second. Mom, we're supposed to be having a conversation.
Oh, I thought you were talking to them, and I was just kind of listening. Aren't you having a
Aren't we in a
conversation?
podcast together?
I think so, but I was letting
You're like
them.
the.
I was just letting them talk. Hey, when did we move here? What month are we on? I know we ran from that other house.
You look so fucking like.
When did we do that? I can't remember.
We moved in the new place.
This one?
I believe. I believe in August.
August? It's October.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, because we had to get the hell out of that. We named it the Demon House.
Or the House of Horrors.
No, it was the Demon House.
No. Hey, cheers, 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 cheers. Squid, Wait, no, this is you. Cheers. 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 Cheers me. We drink a lot on this show.
What?
I said we drink a lot on this show. Oh my god, we did that at the same time. What? Look at how low on the ground you are. Guys, is this what is happening there?
You know what I think it means?
What?
I think it means that I have long legs and a short upper body.
Well, I have long legs.
Well, you have longer legs and you're taller than I am in your chair. I don't think this is something we need to be worried
It could
about.
be paranormal.
You think?
Maybe you're slowly shrinking.
Shut up. I'm
at a
old.
paranormal pace.
I'm old. People shrink when they're old.
No.
There you go.
God, why do we keep drinking?
I'm trying to wake up. Okay, so the other chapters, and I don't know how many chapters, how many episodes do we have on YouTube?
I don't fucking know.
Does anybody?
You don't you don't know how long we've lived here. I don't know how many chapters we have.
Lauren, do you know how many chapters we have on YouTube?
You mean episodes?
On something. Yeah.
So we've read. So this is a paranormal podcast. We're bringing the show back for spooky season. Where are you going?
I'm adjusting my.
So I have a book series out called Ozark Runner, and we have I split it up into 4 books, so it's easier to digest, and it's pretty. What are you doing?
I was just watching you, listening to
It's
you
pretty.
talk.
It's pretty easy to digest. It's probably like 90 to 100 pages each book. So we didn't want to like cram it into one book, so people be like 400 pages.
400 pages. I ain't reading that.
I ain't reading that shit. I wouldn't even fucking read it. I've read this book so many times though, just to for the hey Bree, just to fucking make sure it was right, and we did rewrites and all that shit. But so we split it up into 4 books, and the whole premise of this podcast is we talk about paranormal stuff. We talk about our life, because our life is paranormal, I think. My mom is literally shrinking in the chair as we speak, so that's pretty paranormal. Bree says, my favorite mother-daughter combo.
Oh,
Lauren said she thinks we have done 6 episodes.
Oh,
So
really?
each episode, our plan was to read a chapter. I was attempting to record an audiobook.
Didn't we read a couple chapters on?
Oh, some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no way to know. There's no way to know how many we've done.
No, but if you were gonna read this chapter, and if you need to.
Ooh, Lauren says YouTube says 6. So this is lucky number 7.
Wow, yeah. So if you need to,
Okay.
refresh your memory on how this book is going because we have been in some kind of weird world since we moved, and you can go on YouTube and see it. Yeah, we're in a weird
What?
world. What?
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out places. I find it kind of funny and I find it kind of sad.
Oh,
The dreams at which I'm dying are the best I ever had.
oh, hush.
I find it hard to tell you and I find it hard to take. It's a very, very mad world.
Help, help me,
Lord said, great song. Yeah.
help me.
Well, what do you mean?
Did anybody see our trip to go buy the lottery tickets?
Hey, we won big time. We should play more. We should play the lottery every weekend. Wouldn't that be crazy if we ended up winning like real big?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Real big.
Mm-hmm.
um
But the only money you could spend on lottery tickets would be the money.
Leah's here! Thank goodness!
Hey, Leah.
Gosh, Leah. Take a drink. Leah, we fucking missed you. Hey, everybody, send this to your group chat, send this to your friends or your enemies.
Did you send it to Michael?
Yes.
Well, I hope he's okay.
Yeah. But basically the premise of this podcast is we talk about spooky stuff, we talk about our life, which in a lot of ways is spooky, and we read off the chapters because I was going to do an audiobook. And last year when I was in Arizona, we've moved how many times within the past year?
Well, I think this is the 5th time.
I'm going to burp. Excuse me.
Well, since
Excuse me.
a year ago, July, it's been
We've
5
moved a lot.
times.
We went from LA to Arizona to 3 places in Missouri. And we've been in Missouri since last September. Why are you looking at me like
I
that?
don't know. I was like, what the heck? I felt like something was touching me right here.
What?
Yeah.
Please take another drink.
It was paranormal.
Mom,
I
are
guess.
you fucking having a meltdown?
I think I already
Hey.
had it.
Remember what tonight you were like, want to go to our storage bins?
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
I think we should. Take a drink. Hey, we could drive to, is it worth it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. Remember? Work it, Miss Elliott, what we did the other day?
Oh, yeah.
No. So when I was in Arizona, I was attempting to record an audiobook. And then I recorded the first part of the book series. And I went to go upload it on Audible. And it said that it was not the right format or some bullshit like that. So then I was like, you know what? Let's just do a podcast where we
How do you
play them all.
figure out what
You
the
know what?
format
I'm
is?
about ready to just upload the fucking chapters of the first book up on YouTube for free. I don't give a
thought we
shit.
did.
What?
Aren't they on YouTube?
Are you fucking crazy? Take a drink. Today I was like, I'm just ready to give it to people for free.
I thought we did.
What? Mom, we have not posted the book for free on YouTube.
No. On the other podcast episodes, we were reading.
Yeah,
the
but
book.
like if people just didn't want to hear us talk and they just wanted to hear the book, I was going to post each one from the first book I recorded. Just post it on for fucking free on YouTube.
There you go.
Cuz I don't want to
But
fucking
you also have the podcast on
Yeah, man, I don't want to fucking last thing I want to do is get money for my art. Last thing I want to fucking do is get compensated for my talent. I want to give it for free. try to give me money, I say fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want your money.
Well,
Please. People
I
just
don't.
throwing cash at
I
me.
don't
Go,
want the next
step
place.
off.
I don't want the next place that we live to be in our car. That's not funny.
Hey, we got a real nice car.
I know.
We got a really
It
fucking
doesn't
nice
have a
car.
bathroom in it.
Whose car has bathroom? Has a bathroom.
What is that?
What? You know what? I've peed in a coffee can and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was like
Help me.
in our last the demon house, the house of horrors, when they were doing shit with the bathrooms and they were like trying to fix it or whatever, and we didn't have a working bathroom and we were in there and we had to go pee in coffee cans.
Oh, that
It was actually really nice. Like you just hey, I'm being so truthful. Like just stick the coffee can right there. You could go pee anywhere, but it gets heavy. When you're holding that fucking coffee can, you're like, holy
Hey,
shit.
and you know what?
No,
Everybody,
listen to me. You're like, holy shit. I'm letting out a lot of piss. And it gets heavy, so like you're standing there with your hand buckling.
you're a freak.
You're like, when is it gonna stop? But it was nice because it's portable. Like you don't have to piss anywhere in public if you bring your own can. BYOC. Bring your own
Yeah,
can.
but you'd have to get somewhere where you go to the bathroom.
You could go anywhere with your own can.
Oh, you mean just stop
Anywhere.
the car and get outside the car and then there you go?
You could do it in your car.
No, you couldn't.
I bring a pecan everywhere in my BMW. Lauren said, "This is a horror story."
It is.
Hey, no, peeing in a coffee can is not that bad.
Well, the big ones, but if it was a little coffee can, that would not be good.
What kind of we're not purchasing little coffee cans. I'm speaking my truth. I enjoyed it.
You're a freak.
Sit down, freak. No, I mean it wasn't that bad. Like I was in the bathroom, shit was everywhere. I was in
the bathroom.
I was in the
weren't you?
bathroom. Yeah, I was in the bathroom inhaling toxic black mold, getting the black lung in the bathroom
That's
environment.
why we can't remember anything.
Yeah, and then I
were
just
in that toxic place.
and then I'm just pissing in a coffee can.
And you know what? That place is still sitting there. So evidently, when we left, wouldn't it be weird if it was condemned by the city?
I don't know
somehow?
what that word means.
That it was dangerous.
Maybe. No, I mean,
I don't know.
was that kind of crazy to admit on the internet that I enjoyed?
That's pretty
Peeing in a
nuts.
coffee
You
can.
sound like a freak. You sound like a freak.
And I was like, my hand was buckling.
What?
My
What are you talking about?
When I was holding the coffee can and the pee just kept filling up in the can, it got real heavy. You know, it's like, how much longer can I hold this coffee can? Hey, Bree said, "Listen, if you haven't peed in a coffee can, you ain't living." Exactly. But no, like honestly, you don't realize how much pee you actually pee until you pee in a coffee can and you're having to hold it. Right? Am I right? Am I right?
That's just crazy.
No, but anyway, I don't want to get paid for anything I do. I just want to do everything for free. I'm gonna give this fucking audiobook away for free.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. I'm about ready to do it because it's just like it's October. We're down to the wire. We haven't prepared for shit because we're fucking crazy. Peeing in coffee cans.
Because of...
Hey, I've even peed in this house in a coffee can.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
You're nuts.
I'm kidding. But I mean honestly, like if people want to listen to the first book, I'll just fucking upload it on YouTube.
Well,
I don't care. I
I
don't
guess.
care.
Well, yeah, we
I'm
could.
gonna
No, I think
bootleg
that might
my
be a
own
good
shit.
idea. That might be a good
Yeah,
idea
it's
because that
October.
way,
I don't
if
give a shit.
people don't want to listen to us, but I would think that would be part of
You
the
think people
thing.
want to listen to us talking about
Yeah.
pissing in coffee cans?
Yep, I do.
And you going, I don't want to live in my car? What the fuck is this? What are we saying right now? No, hey Matt. No. Um, the other day I was at Marshall's and my mom has me on Live 360 and she said, "Why does it say you're biking? Why did it say I was biking?"
I have no idea. I think that's pretty weird.
I was like, "Mom, leave me alone."
I'm trying
I'm
to.
biking.
Were you trying a bike out
No,
in Marshalls?
no. Could you imagine? I've bought a bike from Marshall's before.
I think I
I don't know where the
remember
fuck
that.
it is.
Oh,
It was a comfort bike. It was a Schwinn comfort bike. It's probably under one of our old houses rotting. Cheers.
I have no idea.
But anyway, so Lauren said that is hilarious. Which part? No, so we've moved. We got that house and we were just picking up so much paranormal shit
And we
there.
don't know where anything is because of all of these moves.
No, but you know what I do know where it is? We were talking about this the other day. I was like, out of everything that we've lost, that we don't know where it is, everything's in fucking disarray. Storage bins in LA, storage bins here, shit everywhere.
In the garage.
I have in my possession lip balm from Wet and Wild that I've had since like 2012 that I did a haul on YouTube of like things for summer, and I'm literally showing that Wet and Wild lip balm, and I literally know where it is, and I wore it the other day, and it's still as fucking good as new.
Wow, Wet and Wild.
Wet and
They
Wild.
should get a one of our sponsorship.
I know. Be like, you could put this in a time capsule, open it up in 2045. God, that's not that far away.
I
And
know.
be like, shit, this shit was wet and wild. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. Yeah, you would have thought it would have dried up or
Mm-hmm.
not have looked good, you know?
But when you put it on, it looked good.
Yeah.
So crazy. Okay.
This is a paranormal podcast. But no, the last house was just crazy. Not only was it like riddled with black mold, everything was breaking. Once we got the Ring cameras, we started picking up a lot of paranormal activity, a lot of what seemed like very dark. I mean, if someone's saying like, kill him, throw him in a chair, that's pretty dark. It's pretty.
Yeah.
They
I
were
think it
saying crazy shit.
I think it was like demonic
Yeah,
that
no, and I
there.
I couldn't even sleep there. Like it was so bad, and I just felt horrible there. Not only did I feel horrible, I felt filthy. It just felt like filthy, nasty, gross. And we're so thankful to be out of there. We're so thankful to be in the new place. Um, October is here now, and we're literally like, we better get all of our Halloween stuff out. Like Halloween's gonna be over soon.
We don't even know where it is.
But for us, Halloween is never over.
It's it's
It's all the time.
all the time.
All
All the time.
all the time. Do you enjoy it? Do you like spooky stuff?
I like well, if I didn't like spooky stuff, I sure had a weird life with a lot of spooky stuff.
Well, you know what? I don't know if we've talked about this before, but somebody tried to tell me like, "Oh, I understand why you love Halloween because you grew up in all those haunted houses." And I was like, I wanted to fight him on it because I'm like, I don't know if that doesn't really like add up because the things that I experienced throughout my childhood and stuff with the paranormal scared me. What was that?
I
Did you
don't
hear
know.
that?
I did.
It sounded like, huh, huh.
I heard it.
Like it wasn't like, ooh, I love this, spooky shit happening to me. Like I was genuinely terrified as a kid. Sometimes, and Lauren said she heard it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like ooh, ooh.
Maybe it's an owl outside.
No, it is a paranormal being in this house. Oh my goodness. No, but I don't know. Like I think my love for Halloween is not like I don't know. Like yeah, I'm more in tune to the spooky stuff and the ghosts and like what happens after we die. But is that really because I grew up in haunted houses? You think?
I think.
James! James is
Hello,
here.
James.
Have I shaved my
I think we
armpits? Put it
started.
down.
I think we started.
Is it James just said, "Is it?" And then he said, "Hello." Hello.
I think it we started to really like Halloween because um, there's nothing really attached to it. Like when you have Christmas,
And
there's like so much drama attached to Christmas.
sentimentality and
Yeah,
family and
somebody's always acting
drama
up.
and presents.
Yeah,
And I think Halloween is just like, you know, fun and you can dress up, you can be whoever you want to be. There's no pressure on it. It's just spooky fun. James said, "I like the spooky." Yeah, like it's just I don't know, there's probably a lot of psychological reasons why, we like Halloween, but I just think that's a weird thought about when that person said to me like, "Oh, like I get why you love Halloween because you grew up in
who
haunted
said
houses."
that? I don't know.
What do you want me to say?
No, do I know him?
Yeah.
Oh, hmm.
And I was like, they said that in California. And I was like,
Well, that narrows it down.
I was like, I don't really think that's why, but it could be maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, I just genuinely love Halloween. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but growing up in LA, like it was a lot different than being in Missouri, where it was like trunk or treat, like going to the fucking nursing home and, getting some candy. Like, and then when I went out to LA, Halloween was such a spectacle, and like all the people that lived in this really like fancy neighborhood called Toluca Lake. They were all these like filmmakers and
Set
set
designers.
designers, and they would really go all out, and they still do for Halloween. And they would make their houses look like sets and like haunted houses, and it would just be like the most glorious, like little movie sets. And you could literally go down there and go trick or treating. Adults can literally go down there and go trick or treating. I have done it. And um they're literally like giving out king size candy bars and like money and like raffling off TVs. And like when I saw this and and then like, people that go down there, they're really into the costuming. And I've always been attracted to dressing up and becoming, a heightened version of yourself, or discovering different parts of yourself through costumes and aesthetics. And I've just being in LA and experiencing Halloween in LA was like life changing for me, and that is part of the reason that I love it so much, is that it's a time where
Well, I think that would be all of the reason.
yeah, but I mean I loved it when I was like really little, but it wasn't like if I yeah, I'm just going to say if I wouldn't have went to LA and experienced that, I wouldn't have the relationship
Yeah,
I have with
you'd have a
Halloween.
different opinion about
Yeah.
uh, Halloween and haunting.
Well, yeah, and if I wouldn't have experienced hauntings, then I wouldn't have,
Yeah,
because like when people talk about Halloween or whatever, or like ooh spooky stuff or ghost hunting, like it's real. Like I know it's real, you know, and
yeah.
yeah. But let's. What else? What were we gonna say? We wrote a little bit of notes. Um, this house. Do we think this house is haunted?
Well, there's one thing about the lake that I told her when we were talking about this house. There's been a few things go on in this house, but I do know that there are so many.
But I gotta say, this has been the most calm so far, but
Yeah.
ghosts can trick you
Yeah, they can. But the thing is that
like people.
down yeah, down here you have so many people in the area that are
And where
tourists.
are we?
We're at the Lake of the Ozarks. What?
You just gotta reiterate where we are.
We're at the Lake of the Ozarks.
Hey, Thatcher! Thatcher's here. Hello.
And the thing
Hello.
is that during the tourist season, they could be busy going to all these places where the tourists are coming and going. And so then when the tourists leave, or the people that have, they have their houses here and they stay here during the summer because there's so much stuff to do on the lake and stuff like that. And then in the weather's nice, and in the winter they go off to Arizona or somewhere. So then the the spirits could be going, well, there's only so many people around here, let's just
Is
make
that
it
how they say it?
nuts. Right?
Is that how they say it?
I think so.
How do they say it again?
Well,
Wow.
yeah, I
Hey.
believe it could be happening like that because
And what does that have to do with this house being haunted?
I don't know, because there's so many people that have
Hey,
been come.
stick to the fucking script.
I don't have the script. I don't have the script. Everybody,
Mom,
just give me a break.
Mom, we were going to talk about how what has happened here, if this place is haunted, and who we think it's haunted by.
Oh yeah. Um, I don't know. We think it's somebody nice, but we don't know. They could be trying to trick us. You know. I mean, we heard an elderly voice go,
Okay, so this is what happened. When we first got here, we first moved in. It was very weird because they left like the owners here left like salt rocks that were like really good for energy, like good energy and like
"Yeah,
feng shui and like and then they were like, yeah, the people that lived here before us like just up and left in the middle of the night with their daughter and the couple and they got a U-Haul and just left. And I'm just like, cool. Like this is all the red flags. I've literally moved into a fucking house where there was holy water on the counter and I still ignored the red flag and I moved in. And that was like the
yeah,
worst house we ever lived in.
yeah,"
But anyway, so
and
we
that
had already
was
fucking signed the lease at this point. So I was like, okay,
no,
whatever.
that was in this area too.
Yeah. So she was just like giving the rundown of this and I was like, all of this
But the weird thing
sounds
is that they left, and they left
a lot of shit
a
here.
lot of stuff here.
But a lot of it was like these weird like salt rocks like for good energy and they were like she was really like this is really for good energy like she was just doubling down on it. I was like okay. And so I had these salt rocks in my room because they were just a really nice light and everything. And I had them in my room and then we have the ring camera set up in here. And one night I was in my room, my mom was out here, and we heard like this crashing sound.
Oh God, it
Yeah.
sounded like the ceiling had caved in. Did we get that on the ring camera?
Yeah,
We
we
did.
got to show that sometime.
Oh
I don't
wow.
have it
Yeah,
right
we could
now.
do that next
But we heard
time.
this big crashing sound and we're like, "What the fuck was that?" And then I think the same night we checked the ring cameras and my cat buddy was going to go jump on his cat tower and we literally heard like an elderly woman go, "Body!" And so we're like, "Okay, that's kind of crazy, but it didn't sound like demonic." But that's exactly what a demonic being would want to sound like,
Yeah.
you know? But it was just like, oh, I haven't felt, honestly, truly, I have not felt any presence here yet. Like we've been here for a few months. I haven't felt anything good, really, or evil. It's just been like
I was
neutral.
watching the cat, the black cat.
Yeah,
Shh.
we got a cat. We got another cat.
What's his name?
We don't.
We've named him so many names.
We don't
What's his
really
name?
know. We don't really know.
Star Baby.
Maybe.
Yeah. But today, oh my God, he was acting so nuts. I was like, what in the heck is going on? I, I don't even know what he's
But
doing.
then the other thing that happened was, um, so this rock lamp, it's like a lamp, like a vase, and then there's a whole bunch of salt rocks in it, and they light up. You plug it in, and it lights up, but you have to like turn a dial to turn on the light. And I would sleep with that on because with my PTSD and living in haunted houses, I don't like to be in the dark. When I'm sleeping alone. What are you doing?
I'm going to get me some more ice for my soda, and I shall be back.
Ice shall be back.
I shall be back.
um, so I had this light on all the time when I was in my room, and it was on like for, hey Cammy. Um, it was on and it stayed on this whole time. And one morning I woke up and the light was off. And you literally would have had to have went over and turned the dial multiple times, heard it click, and then or like, wait for it to click, and then it would be turned off. So something physically had to have came over there and turned it off. Thank you for the 16 pumpkins, Bree. Thank you for the 12 things of autumn love. I love you. um so yeah, and I just kind of thought like maybe it was like a nice elderly woman or something like going, "Oh, I'm going to turn off the light so she doesn't have this, light in her face when she's trying to sleep," or I wanted to look at it like that. Um and then I believe like last night I checked the Ring camera in my room and you heard like a female laughter in the beginning. Um I have it, but I really don't want to show my room because it's a fucking pigsty. Listen, wait, let's see. We caught it on the Ring camera, and it literally sounds like ha ha right in the beginning. Wait, ready? Did you hear that? It was last night or this morning at 4:27 in the morning. That fucking crazy. Hi, Presley. Happy your favorite season. Did you write the pumpkin posts? What? What do you mean? Was I supposed to write pumpkin posts? I don't know, but honestly, I'm into it. I'm into pumpkin posts. But yeah, so like, I think this house so far has just been like things that, um, God, you sounded fucking scary. Why'd you sound so scary just then?
I don't know.
You went like, go, blah, blah, blah,
I said,
go, blah, blah, blah,
go
blah.
bump in the night.
And they're out to get you. All right. So we've been on here like 38 minutes. We should just go ahead and read the chapter, unless you have something else to say.
I don't know if I have anything else to say.
Pick up your
We'll read the
microphone.
chapter, and then if we have anything.
Yeah, pick up your microphone.
Okay,
What are you
hold on.
doing?
Huh?
Why'd you do that with your hair?
I didn't want to look bad, so I put my hair back.
um,
Showing my hair off.
I know you got a good head of hair, girl.
I look like an old witch.
What?
Don't they have like a lot of hair and?
Yeah, but you don't look like an old witch.
Yeah, no.
It's elderly witch.
Shut
No.
up. You're gonna think elderly.
I'm kidding.
Pepsi.
Okay, so we're gonna play the last chapter of the book,
And
the
then
first book series.
no,
The
and
first
then
book,
after we do that,
Ozark Runner.
we can comment on it, or if anybody has any questions,
Yeah.
we'll be more than happy to answer.
And this is called. Excuse Excuse me. Um, this one is called. Wait, Stark Raving Mad. Stark Raving Mad. My mom and dad wanted to go out for the night. My sister, who I called Sissy, was coming over to play with me for the night, aka babysit me. She was big and pregnant with my niece. I was so excited for my new family member to be born that I even named one of my baby dolls after the name she was planning on naming her. My parents couldn't wait to get out the door and try to temporarily forget all of the insanity we had been experiencing. They were on their way out, and I was going to make Sissy play Candyland 1,000,001 times. Candyland was my favorite board game growing up. I still have a soft spot for it. I even had the DVD game later on when I was a teenager. Yeah, I'm a little kooky. Even as a teen, laying the candy map pieces out on the floor and picking up the cardboard gingerbread cookie pieces, I still felt the excitement of the idea of going to Candyland. It was the best thing ever, getting to pass down my love for the game to my nieces and nephew. Candyland has been around since the 40s. It's gone through a lot of style changes, but the one I grew up with will always be my favorite because it's what I know and what I fell in love with. I love everything about it, the characters, the colors, and the cards. To me, it wasn't just a game. Why'd you look at me?
I didn't know if I should be looking there or down or where should I be looking? Not
Not
at
at
you?
me.
You told me a while ago I needed to be
We're not
looking at you.
conversing right now.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
we don't have
All
to
right,
fucking
guys.
have.
I'm sorry if
You
I was
know,
doing it wrong.
stop fucking looking at me. It was like when you played it, you were there. You were in Candyland, waiting to reach the top to meet the almighty King Candy. Sissy and I sat at the round oak table in the kitchen that we both grew up sitting at. This table is a family heirloom on my mom's side. It's been in our family for 5 generations. If that table could talk, I would have hired it to write this book. Maybe it would have given a different perspective. That table would have witnessed everything, from me sleepwalking to the fire starting in the kitchen. Maybe that table could see things the human eye could not. We'll never know. I had Candyland all ready to go. I opened the box, and it was like opening a treasure chest, a Pandora's box. I got the board out and the gingerbread man pieces. I probably picked blue, and my second choice would have been yellow, but my sister definitely picked her favorite color, green. I gathered the cards and handed them to her to shuffle. I stared out the window as my mom and dad drove away. Sissy finished shuffling and put the cards in a neat pile. As I grew older and would play Candyland with my future nieces and nephew, I would just throw the cards in the box facing downwards and give it a shake. We talked about all sorts of things, but one thing sticks out in my mind. I began to tell her about what my mom and I had experienced a few nights before. My sister was and is a horror movie buff. She's into all things paranormal. She might have been pregnant, but she was as punk rock as they come. Her black nail polished fingers moved her gingerbread man further down the board like a planchette on a Ouija board. Now, most people would take what a little kid had to say with a grain of salt, but she's had her fair share of paranormal experiences in her lifetime, especially in her own childhood. So she just listened and nodded, responding with things like, "Whoa, really? And then what happened?" In between all of this, I was telling her about preschool and dance classes and the new friends I made there. I also told her about Caitlin and Cootie. If I were her, I would have totally been freaked out. But low key, she seemed almost excited. A twisted little smirk came across her face as her horror movie radar was going through the roof. I don't remember much of what she said, other than we should set up my dad's video camera. I didn't think much of this because my dad had practically filmed my entire life. He was big into home movies, and I'm so glad he was. I have so many VHS tapes of scenes from my life. We have so many memories on tape, and the other memories live inside our minds. Now, with iPhones and stuff, it's almost like memory overload. In fact, most of my devices get clogged up and never seem to have enough storage space. We set up the video camera on the tripod in the kitchen. I loved being on camera. And sometimes while my dad was filming me, I would be begging him to let me see myself. I didn't quite get the concept that you can't see yourself while you're being filmed. Good thing we had lots of mirrors. We had a fun night playing Candyland and making movies, eating cookies and potato chips, and my sister eating for two. My chips soon, and she would leave. But for now, at this moment, no. We were two sisters. The other night we went crazy and we got a whole bunch of lottery tickets and then we got kettle chips and hummus and I ate a full bag, party-sized bag of kettle chips in a day and a full thing of hummus. And I'm just like now I'm just thinking about kettle
Going
chips.
through withdrawal
I'm going through with fucking draw. I I could eat a bag of kettle chips right now
every day.
every day, every day. And I'm like I hadn't had them for like a
But
year.
doesn't it make you depressed? I think you said that
I don't know. Maybe I'd blame it on the chips.
maybe.
I think this canola oil is mid, but no, but it's like it
I
gives
think that's a side effect of canola
no,
oil.
it gives me like a rush, like it's just so good, and then I feel a little gloom, but it's worth it for the rush of kettle chip. And kettle chips and cookies were a fucking jam.
Huh.
Could you imagine if you had kettle chips and your gluten-free Oreos together, and then
Ugh.
you take out the frosting out the middle and like put it on the chip?
That's just disgusting. Let's go. Come on, keep reading. Okay, let's read some more. Let's go.
I want my chips. Having fun and spending time together before we got older and things got complicated. These were the moments that should really matter, that should really count. Sissy talked my mom and dad into leaving the camera rolling overnight in case something weird like the angel picture flying off the mantle happened. You would see how it went down. Once the tape was finished in full, the camera would turn off. The camera pointed towards the dining room area where we had been playing Candyland that night. The next morning, my mom made her coffee and popped the tape in the VCR. For the longest time, she stared at the screen, sipping her caffeinated beverage and staring at nothing. Silence and darkness took over the screen. What had she really gotten herself into? Being bored for hours upon hours staring at nothing? Until all of a sudden, she began to hear something. She heard rummaging through the kitchen drawers, as if someone had lost something. It was on the prowl to find their lost belongings. She moved closer to the TV, mug in hand. James said, not hours and hours. Hours and hours. Mama Cash was hardcore.
It was like 4 hours.
And you just sat there
I
listening
would just sit there
and watching.
watching. Yeah, drinking coffee.
That's pretty intense.
It was nuts. But
That's
it was like
crazy.
I wanted to try to, you know, maybe prove that there was something that was
Is that what you really
happening.
felt that you wanted to prove?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah. No, I just wanted to sit there and stare at nothing.
yeah. Is that what you really felt like doing?
I just felt like Brittany, her sister, Sissy, said, maybe you'll catch him on camera.
That's crazy.
I
I
know.
wonder. I mean, there was like I said, like there was. What are you doing?
I'm just,
There, there was no excuse me. There was there was no like thing like that before, like trying to get stuff on camera and like
no,
ghost
that,
hunting shows. Like this was like way before that.
yeah.
So I wonder how she even like thought about
I don't
doing
know.
something
She's
like
weird like
that.
that. She's like a problem solver. She always
Yeah,
comes up with weird ideas. And this was like, what, 2001?
something
I
crazy.
think it was.
Early
And,
2000s. I
you know,
drove by the house the other day and it looks so spooky. It was so insane. Like,
mm-hmm.
and then the people that lived there had Halloween decorations out, and it looked so spooky. We had a little tea party hill in the yard that we would go and have like tea parties on. It was so overgrown with tons of trees. It just looked probably the scariest it had ever fucking looked. Like when we had it, like yeah, it was scary, but like we had it looking good. And it felt like the barn was like closer to the house almost. Like maybe it was just me looking at it and I hadn't seen it since
Yeah.
forever, but it looked like it had like vintage Halloween stuff like in the windows and shit. Like it looked like a fucking Stranger Things like set.
That's
It was
weird.
wild. Isn't
Yeah,
that
that is weird.
crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like a playground. They had like swing sets and
Oh, I
shit.
saw that in the back of the pictures you took.
But the Tea Party Hill looked like it was just like overgrown with like almost like bamboo trees or some
I
fucking
don't
crazy
know.
shit. Can you even grow bamboo trees in here?
I think so. You
Is
could
that,
grow them
would they have to do that or would
in
it just
Kansas City.
grow?
I don't know. Maybe somebody along the line in all these years was
That's kind of a weird thing to do.
what?
Like, I know we're gonna just grow a whole bunch of bamboo out here.
I don't know.
Isn't that kind of wild?
It's pretty weird. The place is weird. That
It was crazy.
yeah. But it was like
I should go up to it and be like, "Hey, can
no,
I take a tour?"
she went in this
Have you ever
area.
heard of the Eras tour? Let me in.
Yeah.
Let me out.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll go live.
No. There was a she
No,
went
be
down the
like,
street.
if I
This
could just come in, I swear I leave. Won't ain't nothing but a memory
yeah.
of the house that built me. Be like, there's a book written about this house.
Yeah, really.
I
Here, let me
know.
hand you the printed copy.
Okay, we're
Hey,
not
would
gonna go that.
anybody be interested in, you know, getting a signed printed copy of the it would be like a 4-book set. Would anybody be interested in that? We've thought about making it.
We've thought about a lot of things.
I know, that's all we do.
All right.
Go ahead.
What had she really gotten herself into? Bree said always. For hours upon hours staring at nothing until all of a sudden she began to hear something. She heard rummaging through the kitchen drawers as if someone had lost something. It was on the prowl to find their lost belongings. She moved closer to the TV, mug in hand. It kept getting louder, almost as if the volume was being turned up as James said, Mama Cash with a sales pitch. I love it. Sign me up. Speaking of, all these art pieces that you see behind us, they're all for sale. They're all originals. You'll be able to see a lot of them, uh, all of them in the recorded version on YouTube. You can only see some of them here. But all these originals are for sale. Plus, we can do any of these in a 16 by 20 signed print. Or if you want any of this shit on a shirt, we can do that too. Um, get you hooked up for spooky season. And aw, James said they look great on your wall. Ask me how I know. I know James is so sweet, and he got two of my paintings. The glitter is a bitch. What? Was the glitter crazy? Did it shed? Um, yeah, I did this huge, like, James, that's the only painting that I've sold of that scale. It's all over your floor. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. I made
Uh,
my mark.
it was you put glitter on that painting?
Yeah. But James so
Oh,
far has gotten the only painting of that scale. It was
of that
pretty big.
size.
When you say scale, it sounds more profesh.
I think
Of that
size.
scale. Um, and it's still sparkly. That's great. No, literally, it was a painting that I did, and it was like I was at the demon house that we were at last time, and we were like going through hell, and everything was going in disarray, and I was just like, I gotta go stop and just paint something, which is so nuts that I did that. And James, you got the postcard with it too, right? Um, it kind of told the backstory, but I literally was like, I put trash bags on the floor, I put this big canvas on the floor, and I just like started going wild. James said yes, okay. I just started going wild. I lit a pumpkin spice candle. I believe I was listening to like the Killers. I was really into them at that point. So I'm like listening to all these like the Killers and like I think probably like Concrete Blonde and like just putting all my like emotions of disarray into this painting, and it ended up being like I got these like paint markers that were like dots, like to do dot art, and I used those and then paint, and I just threw fucking glitter on it, and it was like a dinosaur, and it said like chaos killed the dinos but saved me, and that's kind of like
Oh.
you know a Jurassic Park reference, but also a Heather's reference, but also my own spin, because I feel like I don't know, like, and it ties into moving from house to house to house in our paranormal journey, because chaos would erupt and we would go, okay, like as a family, we'd go, okay, we need to move. We need to
Well, at
run
first,
from
at the
this.
beginning, you're always going, well, that's weird.
Yeah, but we need to run from this. We need to do this, which to some people could look as like chaos, but to us, it looked like we were being saved. So like each house was like a a um a look at like, oh, we're being saved. This is a saving grace. So in our lives, like, and this is probably maybe a little toxic, but like when it feels like there's chaos happening, it feels like we're alive and we're like being saved a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between like good chaos and bad chaos, but I feel like the chaos when we're like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna change our lives, we're gonna, and so what? You don't agree with me? I
Well,
don't give a shit.
no, but no,
That's my truth.
excuse me. When we were leaving a lot of these houses,
Yeah,
it was
like,
just like, oh my God, get us out of here.
yeah, the chaos, like chaos killed the dinos but saved me. That's like
Yeah, but
that's like the thought. Like when we're in total chaos and disarray and like we're going from point A to point B, I think we feel the most alive. Like
well, and
like
that
right now, if we would be like, we get a call tomorrow, holy shit, we gotta be in LA, we gotta do this, we gotta, I got this thing. Like if it was like a whole new fucking venture happen tomorrow, that's chaos, and that's where we feel most comfortable. Don't you think? Like you would feel like, oh wow, like, you know,
yeah.
this is like if somebody were to call us tomorrow and be like, okay, you got to be in LA by in a few days, and you're going to do this, and this is what's going to happen, and blah, 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 blah. You would, and then it'd be like the getting ready process. And I'm trying to explain it in a normal way, but like, or in a way that people can understand it, or like when we would be gonna move from a haunted house, it'd be this idea that
That
everything was
that was
gonna,
the solution.
yeah, and that's where we would feel like most like, oh yeah, like we're doing this now, and this is I mean, that was what we did as a family, is we constantly just kept doing that shit, and that's how we felt most comfortable, I think, just moving from place to place to place to place. And they were all ideas of what our life should be, not only like paranormal, but like what our family should be.
Oh yeah.
Like we would have all these plans for these new houses, and it was like this is kind of like psychological, but it's like the new houses would be like our new life. Like they would represent a new life, a new way, a new space, and we would just keep moving. And it
Yeah.
and it and it originated because of the spirits,
Yeah.
but and like we've moved for a while, but this is kind of like we're in this place for a little bit, and I think you're feeling like fucked up about it because you're like, when the fuck are we moving? When the fuck are we going to our next idea? Like, don't you feel like that?
Well, I do know
You
that.
have an itch, you gotta scratch it.
No, I do know that we've just moved in here. We're not even settled. And yesterday I was sitting over there in that lazy boy going, should we move the furniture?
Yeah, we just did. No, but that's like a psychological thing, is like we feel comfort in
In
going in
chaos.
chaos. Chaos killed the dinos but saved me.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
that makes
quote.
sense.
I don't
Yeah.
think you ever got the quote. Okay, we
Mm-mm.
love you, Bree. Bree's driving to the city in a few. Love you bunches.
What
Love
city?
you. What city? We're coming. Yeah,
What
no, like,
city?
yeah, like years ago when we like just put everything in our fucking car and like drove to California. Like it was the idea of like this is our new life. We're doing this. We're getting like so now that we've been sitting stagnant, we're like
For two
what the
months?
yes. We're like what the fuck is happening? That's true. Like
Maybe.
even when it was like we left LA, we were like, felt like we were losing it all because we had been there for so long. Still in that process of like, you know, constantly moving. And I think that was like our legacy as a family
Yeah, well, the thing was is that
as we were moving from house to
no,
house.
but we were doing that. Plus, we were going back and forth to LA.
Yeah.
So
So since
whatever.
we've been in Missouri stagnant, that's where
You mean 2 months? Because we've been moving ever
no,
since
but
we got here.
like you said, we've been going back and forth from LA to here for like 19 years.
Yeah,
That's
but
gonna
the
drive you nuts
back in
too.
the day when we'd have all these haunted houses, a lot of times we would go back to LA. The house would be haunted when we'd leave, and
Yeah,
then your dad would decide to he would get it all out and get into the new house, and so then we would come to the new house wherever it was, and he would have it all set up like it was a
yeah, but what
Airbnb.
was crazy also is like the other day you said something like I was like I'm kind of
Excuse me.
enjoying being in Missouri, and like having this like different lifestyle and you're like you're in your Hannah Montana, Miley
Yeah,
Cyrus, like you're in your Miley Cyrus mode right now.
yeah,
But I mean, yeah, cuz we were in California. My nose fucking itches. We were in California for so long on and off. And um we were so used to that back and forth. And like when I went to California for the first time, that was the first place I had ever been that wasn't haunted, where I
yeah,
wasn't scared. I wasn't seeing any ghosts. I wasn't hearing anything. I remember the first time we experienced an earthquake, my mom thought it was a ghost shaking the bed.
yeah. I did. I really did. I thought, oh
Oh
God.
God, not again. Um, but yeah, and like LA just got really crazy. And like when we came back here, um you know uh it's just nice right now so far in this place that we're in that it's not the typical haunted place, but I think psychologically the whole idea of Ozark Runner is just keep moving, just keep running, like idle hands are the devil's playground. And that's one of the chapters in it because that's kind of like what people do in life. They just keep running and running and running and running and running
Well,
and
I don't
running.
think most people do. Most people,
Hey, Samuel. Well, no, like, but
no,
maybe not physically, but
no,
like
people just no.
they stay
I,
busy.
I no. I think a lot of people they move into a place.
Well, I'm talking about like psychologically. Like a lot of people just stay busy to keep running, in their mind so they don't have to think about certain things.
Yeah, but I know that a lot of people they move into a place. They don't even move the furniture around. They might have been there for like 10, 15 years and everything's the same for that 10 or 15 years. I can't imagine living like that. I just can't
You're moving
imagine it.
furniture on a ship that's going down.
Yeah, that's what
No, that
my
was something in LA we would always do. Like, if something was going on in our lives
get the
or
duct
drama,
tape.
we'd be like, we got to move the energy around, move the furniture around.
Yeah,
And, that's something that I couldn't imagine not doing because that's
yeah.
how, but
Everybody watch the Hollywood complex.
no, but that's,
You'll see how crazy our apartment was. It was like Pee Wee's Playhouse.
yeah, and that's what we were doing in LA. We were moving the furniture around constantly. And
Uh
then
huh.
back home in Missouri, we were moving.
Yeah.
So, what the fuck is wrong with us?
Uh,
Actually, we might be ahead of the curb, ahead of the curve
what?
compared to other people. Maybe that's how you're supposed to live.
Well, that's how I'm sure cavemen and pioneers. No, they had to keep moving. in order to find food and to stay
So,
safe from
where's your microphone?
right here.
Mom, you have to hold it by
Oh,
not
okay.
that. Don't
No,
eat
they
it.
had to.
Don't eat it.
They always had to keep moving, and they had to
Are you saying we're cavemen?
maybe they had to
It's
keep
like fucking
moving.
2 in the morning. I think we're cavemen.
Is it 2 in the morning?
It's 1:51. No, but that's like, you know, I think I think that
Like pioneers, they kept moving.
yeah, but like the whole premise of like Ozark Runner running from house to house was like running to the next idea, running to the next phase of life. Every house represented a new beginning and a new hope for what, it was like every place. And then psychologically, take a drink every time I say psychologically. I think as a kid growing up like that, it was like this, like, the hauntings plus the idea in the family of what the house would represent and all the plans in each house. Um, that really like stuck with me of like comfort in chaos, like moving to the next place, you know.
Yeah,
The next that once we get here, life's gonna be great. Once we
yeah,
get to the next level, life's gonna be great. Let's load up the fucking U-Haul and go to the next idea of what life will be like, you know? And I think like uh I
oh,
think once we stopped doing that,
I know.
it got a
No,
little fucked.
that one time when
In
your
a lot of ways I think it kept everything together.
no, the one time your dad was going to move us into this house, and he hired people to get everything all, you know, out, a lot of things out of there, especially in the lower level of the house called the Hell House. And then he got it all loaded up, and then he was going to go over there, and then the guy goes,
Never
"Oh,
mind.
I've decided that I'm not going to rent it out."
I
It's
know.
like, what? So he had to
And it had a
then,
mother-in-law's quarters
yeah, they had to, uh, your dad had to hire the people to unload it then. And it was
back
just
in the
like,
house. And we've
that was
we've
nuts. I
literally
forgot
like
about that.
moved moved into houses that we had already lived in before.
Hmm.
Nobody does this shit.
I have.
Well, no, the Osbournes. They said that they lived in like 20 something houses or 30
Yeah.
something houses. I was like, wow, I relate. But
Yeah,
yeah,
really.
like,
Wonder why they kept moving. Is the question.
well, Jack has talked about how their house in England was really haunted.
Yeah, the last one they were living in. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that um yeah, cuz I always thought like when we were going through something either paranormal or um horrible.
Does anybody have any questions there?
No, we're just talking to ourselves. No, they're all listening. Um, if we were going through something paranormal or horrible, and the family would decide to, you know, like it was almost like a god complex or a hero complex or everything's all gonna be all right complex. We would all get together, hype up, this is the next move, whatever. And whatever was going on would be stopped and we would be focusing on the new task and the new idea at hand, like we were going to be saved from whatever was happening.
Yeah.
Paranormal or horrible in the family. And so we would all hype up because we were all Geminis. We would all hype up, all go, this is it. This is our new life. And it was like whatever was happening back there was erased and we moved forward with this crazy idea or this crazy thing we were going to do and it in a lot of ways saved us from horrible situations. And that was our mentality. And I think that's still our mentality. And I think being stagnant in one place is really fucking with you in your mind because that's just how we've lived for so long.
Yeah, but I really liked it when we would go back to LA and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it
But
was like we would get a break from the insanity that was going on in these houses down here in the Ozarks. This, I think the Ozarks makes Salem look like it doesn't even have
well
an
no,
issue.
Salem is like they've marketed the Salem witch trials, which was actually a horrible thing that happened. They weren't burning witches, they were burning people.
Yeah.
And they're you know, I don't even I've watched tons of documentaries on it. I haven't watched one recently, but it's like they weren't even I truly believe they weren't even witches. It was started by two girls that like got in trouble or something and then they started blaming shit on other people. And it was like a horrific event in history. And then Salem decided to market off of it and make it like a whole spooky town off of a tragedy. Like it makes no sense. Like they weren't witches, they were people. It was like a crime. Like if that started happening today, which it could,
Huh. Huh.
you know, like I could totally fucking see that happening. It starts happening today, and then like in however many years, like let's say it happened in this town in the Ozarks, they started burning people at the stake because they were accusing them of being witches, and they're like, holy shit. Then in like 30 years, it's we're promoting witches, we're promoting witchcraft, we're acting like we're all witches and everything's so spooky and fun and come over here for the spooky tours and the spooky shops when it was really off a fucking tragedy and they were not witches. Like that's kind of crazy. Like I like the idea of Salem and I like the idea that it's fun and spooky, but like it's literally a fucking tragedy. And then it's almost like they're fucking like they like created something out of like a fucking war or something. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like it was horrible. Like people were like drowned, burned at the stake, like, and now they like use it as their fucking tourist. It's for tourism.
That's pretty crazy. Huh.
I know it's actually really nuts. And like here, like yeah, they dammed up the lake. They built the lake.
They dammed up a mountain
Yeah, that's
range.
what I mean. And they made it. They, you know, forced people out of their homes. That's why everyone's so all the spirits are pissed. And like this place is genuinely haunted. Like I guess it is from a tragedy, but the way that Salem like markets that it's all witchy and shit and it's like yeah, they weren't witches. They were burned at the stake because they were accused of being witches.
It was murder.
Yeah. Hey Sam. Yeah. So, it's kind of crazy to think.
Okay, let's read some more.
Wow, this was like therapy.
Yeah.
What if I just ate this microphone right now? Hey
You.
Presley, hey mama. Wendy said, hey Presley, hey mama.
Hi.
Hey Wendy. Wendy, run away with me. Don't you sound crazy? Won't
Okay,
you
let's
see what
go
you
with the
do to
rest of
me?
the.
Leah said, late night therapy always. Yeah, honestly, put in the comments like, do you guys feel more comfort in chaos? Like, you know, some could say like the release of The Life of a Showgirl is chaos and we're all fucking comforted by it. Like when you're like, oh shit, it's album release. We're gonna go to Target. We're gonna do this. We're gonna blah 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 blah. It's kind of chaos. It's kind of like taking yourself away from your life, you know, boring, mundane, and throwing yourself into chaos. I think that's, you know,
Well, that's kind of like when you go to LA to try to be an actor.
Leah said depends on the kind of chaos.
Yeah, if you
I
go to
mean,
LA to
yeah.
try to be an actor, it's
It's
absolutely nothing
chaos.
but
And
chaos.
you like get
So
addicted
maybe
to
that's
it.
why
We are
we
addicted
felt
to
so comfortable.
because we kept moving from house to house.
Yeah, and then when we'd go out there, it would be just nothing but chaos all the time.
And we were like, wow,
This
feels
is,
like home.
but this is normal. We're like going, this is normal. Whereas in, reality,
Yeah.
and maybe that's why we lasted so long, and so many people couldn't deal with it because it was just so. Ow, gosh, my hand.
You okay?
No, my hand was like sticking. Like,
Well, it's okay. Yeah.
maybe. Never
Well.
mind. I have something wrong. That's okay.
Chaos. Chaos. Yeah, no, that was my whole thing about the painting. Chaos killed the dinosaurs but saved me.
Wow.
That was my whole
There you go. I didn't get
thing.
it. I don't know what the heck I was thinking.
I don't either. I don't either. But yeah, like I think oh, Leah says that painting was amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I miss it.
Do
But
you have like copies of it?
yeah, I can do it in prints. You want to sign print? Let me know. Um, but yeah, I think that um yeah.
Okay, let's hear what comes up next.
Okay. As she moved closer and closer, drawers sounded like they were being opened and closed, closed and opened. She couldn't see them. She could only hear them. Whoa, she thought. Did we just catch something not of this world on tape? Did we just get proof? Her jaw was practically on the floor. She almost had her ear pressed against the television set. Some time went by, and the noise of the drawers being opened and closed had stopped. It seemed like it had been going on forever. She decided to film more of our nights at the cozy cottage. This was way before ghost hunting shows that we knew of, especially out in the sticks, with no cable, so I guess it was just an idea Sissy came up with. This proof was exhilarating. To my mom, it wasn't really about the chase. She was no ghost hunter. It was about proof, proving to herself that our family wasn't going crazy and that our experiences were real. Our VHS tapes had now found a new purpose. Every night, she would put a new tape in the camcorder and adjust the tripod accordingly. Every morning became ritualistic. Wake up, get out of bed, go to the bathroom, wash hands, go to the kitchen, make coffee, grab the tape, walk to the living room, and pop it into the VCR. Some days she would watch for hours of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just darkness and silence like the first tape had begun. So with every frame of nothing, she thought something could be right around the corner, just like tape one. When you watch a tape like that for very long, you start to go a little crazy. Also, when you watch a tape like that and you're on the lookout for paranormal activity, you have to keep your eyes on the screen. You can't look away. The thrill wore off fast. She decided one night that it would be her last. She shut down the cozy cottage with the camcorder in its usual spot, making her way back to the bedroom, flipping switches, and turning off lamps. She felt a chill behind her with every light that turned the room dark. Getting into bed, we said our nightly prayer. Now again, her morning routine. Her feet hit the ground, bathroom, soak her hands under the warm running water, kitchen, coffee, tape, sit. When she says she was getting tired of her new hobby, she meant it. Another 4 hours of this crap, she thought. See, with the paranormal, they aren't predictable or reliable. That's why it's so hard to believe that all these paranormal investigation shows actually catch paranormal activity every time. The paranormal is almost like a game. Once you think you have it figured out and have the rules memorized, the paranormal switches it up and changes everything on you. Kind of like the entertainment industry. My mom thought she had cracked the code with what she had caught on these tapes so far, but then it stopped. Her cup of coffee was almost empty by this point, and the tape was almost over. It was thrilling while it lasted. The little amounts of proof were enough to keep her satisfied in believing our sanity was still intact. But then, at the final hour, as the saying goes, something appeared on the screen. It looked like a creature of sorts rising out of the darkness. almost like it was coming up out of the floor. For real, this thing looked like a monster. This beast was as tall as the ceiling, making him hunch over because his back was hitting the roof of the cozy cottage, forcing him to hang his head down towards his torso. His skin was like leather, burnt and charred, and was the color of dark brown and gray. Not vibrant, though, washed out like he had missed years upon years doing his skincare routine. Nasty, animalistic horns were creeping out of his skull, thrashing up against the plaster on the ceiling like the horns were going to dig their way into the rooftop to let us know that he was there. To carve out his name letter by letter, like folks do with their car keys on innocent trees, to declare their love for their lover. But this was no tree, and there was no love here. My mom lost all feeling in her whole body, especially when she was met eye to eye with the beast as he raised his head up from the dangling position it was in before. Her green eyes were met with his hollowed out, sunken in black holes for eyes, like he had gouged his own eyes out, or someone or something did that to him, almost as if to say, "Do you feel sorry for me, Sandy?" It was like an electrical surge pulsated through her. The coffee mug she was holding on to stood no chance. It slammed to the ground, shattering into tiny little pieces. She wasn't even fully processing the glass everywhere. She grabbed the remote from in between the cushion of the chair and pressed rewind. She kept watching it over and over again in disbelief. This demon like creature appeared out of nowhere and then disappeared into the darkness. It was on the screen for no more than a few seconds. I overheard the ruckus and ran in to see glass everywhere. The little pieces of green shards of glass shattered on the floor reminded me of green M&Ms scattered on the ground. I guess I always had candy on my mind. My mom snapped out of her trance-like state of shock and told me not to come any closer. She didn't want me to get cut. I said, "What happened, Mommy?" "I accidentally dropped my coffee mug," she said. My dad came home, and the glass had been cleaned up, and the morning came and went, and she had been dying to show him the tape. My parents watched it alone while I played in my room, oblivious to what had just been discovered on that tape. My dad did the same thing my mom had done earlier. He watched those few seconds in disbelief over and over again. The second or third time, he stopped dead in his tracks. "Sandra, did you hear that?" As he sat in disbelief. "Hear what?" My dad is very observant, which is probably where I get it from. "It sounds like a heartbeat," he said under his breath in almost a whisper, as if he was afraid someone or something was listening. He rewound the tape. She listened closely. When she had watched the tape before, she had only been focused on the demon-like creature she caught on film. This was like if there was a fire, but next to it there was a swarm of mosquitoes. Chances are you wouldn't even notice. The demon creature shocked her so bad that she missed the 6-second heartbeat. The heartbeat was right up next to the camera, sounding similar to the witch lady's new favorite toy, my heartbeat bear. My parents looked at each other, speechless and dumbfounded. What do you say to something like that? There was no justifying this. As we've said, my dad is a fix-it guy. But this he couldn't fix, even within his own head. Sissy was right to set up the camera. This was the proof that we weren't stark raving mad.
Woo! Yeah, oh shit. Snaps. So that was the first book um of the Ozark Runner series. We finally finished it. Um this book was created from, I had talked about writing a book about the first ever haunted house I lived in at the Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. I never brought myself to do it until the pandemic, until we were stuck in our houses, and then it was like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? And I literally, some days it was very hard to have motivation to like sit down and write. And my mom and I would talk about the house, our experiences. I would try to set the mood, light candles or like fucking uh play various spooky music, and I would have to force myself to like try to write for a certain amount of time every day. Then I think there was probably some times that I didn't write, and it literally we started in 2020, and I started writing this in 2020. We released it in 2023. which is 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We
So
need to get
like
on the next book.
I know, like we're still yeah, and it's like we got to start on the next book for the next haunted house we lived in. Um I actually drove by that house the other day too, and it just looked very. It's weird when you like grow up and you're just like, this looks really fucking different, really little, and really like just not how I remembered it. But yeah, like it started in 2020, and then we took like a big chunk of a break. We started back up again in like 2021, I think 20. Yeah, it was like we were just um and when I say we, like we were talking about the stuff and then I would write it down and then, you know, and writing a book is daunting, but it's so great to like not only have my life, our life written down, like with the paranormal stuff, but also just that time in our life. And if you guys are thinking about writing a book or even like keeping anything like that, like I encourage you, like, yeah, it's fucking hard and yeah, it's like crazy to try to like have self discipline and do it, but like the fact that I have this to look at and anybody can find it at any time
For the
and
rest of your life.
yeah, for the rest of my life, for the rest of your life, like for the rest of time, like someone could find this book and pick it up and and in that way, that time in our life and that the ice maker is going on, if you can fucking hear that. That time of our life and who we were at that time and our lives at that time will live forever
Yeah.
in a book. And thank you for that, for really having me,
Cracking that
for
whip.
cracking that whip. Um, I mean, you know, because writing a book is daunting, and my mom was really just like, you should really do this because you'll be happy with the result.
Yeah, so now
And
you just
so
gave yourself the next
you got to get the whip. You got to get the whip.
okay.
Crack it. No, so we got to start writing the next book, but um we'll probably then I got to record the next we'll probably just fucking post. I kind of just want to post this first audiobook on YouTube in sections.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to give it
Because
away
the
for
thing
free.
is it's like
I don't want anyone's money. I just want to give it away for free. Give it away, give it
give it
away,
away,
give
give
it
it
away
away,
now.
baby.
Where are you going?
I'm going in the other room a minute.
You're going to piss in a coffee can? Um but yeah, so um the next episode of the podcast we'll be doing the second book and we'll be letting you guys hear it. And honestly, I'm probably just going to post the first audiobook in chapters on YouTube for free because I did put work into that, and if it won't go on Audible, fuck it. It's going to go on YouTube, and I just want people to be able to hear the story um and listen to it. And I know that reading nowadays is kind of like, everybody's doing a lot of things and it's hard to focus. And so I truly wanted to do an audiobook, and I think I'm just going to fucking upload it for free so everybody can hear the chapters of the first book whenever the fuck they want. And I don't give a shit. It's I almost said it's all for love. um I am so happy that we brought this podcast back. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you guys. Um, opening your hearts up to us and wanting to hear about our life and the paranormal and coming at us with an open mind. Um, and this is just a fun thing for my mom and I to do also. you know, getting to talk about our life and have breakthroughs, have some therapeutic breakthroughs. um, and it's spooky season. Can you stop fucking doing that?
Everybody.
What? No, what? Our address could be on there.
Oh no, can I turn it around the other way? Never mind.
Mom, our address is on here.
Well, can you show the other part of it? Oh, never mind.
No, just tell it.
Oh, here, throw it down.
My mom got a piano.
Yes.
Want to tell him the backstory of that? Get your
backstory-
microphone.
Oh gosh, I thought I could show it, but
No.
I'm sorry. It would have the address on there. No, the thing is that when I was a kid,
A long,
we had
long
a
time
million years ago,
ago.
we had a piano.
I can still
And
remember. Go ahead.
my mom was like, "You need to learn how to play the piano," and I started taking.
Okay, stick with the piano talk. Don't say anything controversial. I have to go to the bathroom really quick.
I'm not going to say anything controversial. Yeah. So, anyway, so
show our address.
I'm not. I won't show it. I'm sorry. I forgot. No. So, I was learning how to play the piano, and I had a piano teacher that was up on a hill, and it was in a really spooky house and everything like that. And so I would, play the song, and then uh, I'd have a song every week that I had to learn how to play, and then I would have to play it back for the teacher, and the teacher would say, "Well, that was very good, except you played it in the wrong key." Oh, really? Okay. Well, so anyway, I just spaced it off. And my mom and dad were very uh lenient with that, and didn't go, "You know what? You need a blah blah blah, whatever." And so the other day I was sitting here and I thought, "Well, I'm old. I'm going to get me a keyboard and I'm going to learn how to play." And my mom will be very, very happy that on the other side, she'll be like, "Finally, Sandra Colleen, you're learning how to play the piano." I liked it when I was playing it, but I didn't feel like that it was that important. My brother, on the other hand, he was like Presley with the guitar, and he really wanted to do it, and he's still doing it, and to this day. And so I just was going to show the box, but I guess it has my address on there. I just thought it would be kind of funny. I wish I knew what people were saying. I can't see anything. It's the it's way over there, and I can't see anything. So anyway, it ought to be fun. I thought I was supposed to get it tomorrow, so I'm surprised it was out there. She went out there to go look for something in the garage, which is just a bunch of chaos. And she goes, "Mom, your keyboard's out here." Oh, wow. So everybody needs to always be doing something new and different. And that's how as long as people are doing that, they're still living new and different. And
Keep the controversies to a minimum.
I didn't have any controversies. I can't see what anybody was saying.
I heard that
Heard what?
when you were like, I can't see what anyone's saying.
I can't see what anybody's
See.
saying.
Leah said, "Hi, Mama Cash."
Hi, Leah. So everybody
Oh.
think of something crazy that you've never done that maybe would be fun for you to learn how to do. Like, let's say you wanted to play the drums. That might be exciting. You can get those drum things online, and then you can put like headphones in
Yeah.
and learn how to play the drums. It'd be fun.
So look out for, you know what? Once you learn how to play the piano, we can record songs. And you could be playing the piano and I could be playing the guitar.
Yeah, we'll see
And
how it goes.
I could sing.
Yeah.
And we'll be the next Judds, you know?
Maybe. Yeah.
Anyway, we love you guys. Please, please try your best to really embrace and fully appreciate spooky season because
Yeah.
before you know it, it'll be over. But honestly, you know what? Spooky season is a state of mind. It's
Yeah.
all the time.
Mhm.
But, you know, embrace it, take care of yourself, go to a pumpkin patch, you know.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
Does it? Yeah, that sounds fun. Want to go to our storage bin?
No, thank you.
Why not?
I haven't eaten anything worth
We could
eating
eat some
today.
chili and then go to the storage
No,
bin.
thank you.
We could
I'm
eat the
not.
chili on our way to the storage
No,
bin.
thank you. I'm not going now. You took
Why?
too long to get on the live.
What time did you think we were going to
I
go?
I said at 11 o'clock, let's go, and then I didn't realize that you were going to go in there and dance around, carry on, da 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 da.
Whoa, whoa,
At
whoa, whoa,
12:30.
whoa. You think I was dancing around? I was.
At 12:30, you're still not ready to
I
go
made it
live.
through the wilderness. I was.
So
Yeah, you know, you got to dance.
yeah,
You got to dance.
okay, all
You
right,
know.
guys, we love
We
you.
love you. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Oh wait.
What?
How did we end? How do we end them?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh,
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
see
See
you
you.
on.
No. What are you saying?
See
See
you
you on
on
the
the
other
other side.
side. Ah! Ole, 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 ole. Ah!